pride often comes in the way of handling rejection. The person who has a sense of entitlement finds it often difficult to forgive whoever has offended and starts nurturing the sense of rejection. Well, look, could you kind of throw more insights on the spiritual aspect of rejection as given in the Bible?
Rejection being such a strong emotion, and studies have shown, according to fMRI, the functional MRI, the way a person, when he's rejected, it affects the same area in the brain as a physical pain. So when you feel rejected, you will respond the same way somebody is physically hurt. So either you will withdraw or you will react. So what happens is, when you react, then you are giving an entry point for Satan. And when you withdraw and you go inside,
Mull over
mull
it.
over it, you're allowing bitterness, you're planting seeds of bitterness in your heart. So,
Unforgiveness.
unforgiveness, just like you were mentioning. So, either way, you got to realize the effect rejection can have on yourself. So, it is very important you address this issue. I'm glad you have taken up this topic.
I mean, we sometimes think it's unspiritual to go into such great detail, but it's not true. It really seems to me that an undealt with rejection can really disconnect a person from God totally, ruin your spirituality and ruin your life.
When the time the person is rejected, studies have shown their IQ is lowered. So, what happens at that time? The person is not capable of making right decisions because he feels worthless or unloved. So, if you see the spiritual repercussion of that is, you are unable to know your calling and fulfill it, because you will kind of resort to something to cover up at that point of time. You will not go confidently to pursue the dreams that God has placed in your heart, because every time, let's say, you take a step, you kind of feel rejected and you feel worthless and you feel incapable of doing what you're called to do.
When we approach life more proactively and optimistically, we increase the number of affirmations and the encouragement we get, right?
Yes.
So, there is a more balance of positive affirmations and encouragement, and then one small rejection doesn't hurt us as much as having less affirmations and more of rejections in life. So we consciously, it's very encouraging to know that we need to cooperate with God. We need to exercise our will, and in order to be able to come out of rejection, by taking these concerted steps and increase the number of positive affirmations that we can get through good relationships around us. Bella, can you throw some more insights on how a person exhibits a spiritual transformation if they have dealt with it right?
Alice, only the truth will set a person free. So once you grasp the truth, in Christ you have the freedom. Once you realize in Christ that you are a new person and that you're unconditionally loved by God, it's like, it's like a burden lifted off your back. It's a great sense of relief. There is an inner confidence that surges within you. And then, even if people trample over you or knocks you down, you can just bounce back. That's the kind of liberation you will get because of knowing who you are in Christ.
Now, two nice points that you brought out. One is, you said something about the reaction. The way you react to rejection opens the door for Satan to take control. And, he tries to prevent you from understanding that God has accepted you unconditionally. And the other interesting insight that we learned today is about resilience in Christ. You said something about bouncing back, that if you are grounded well in your identity in Christ, it doesn't take very long for you to come out of the rejection that you experience, that you come back as if it hasn't affected you. It's almost like water off the duck's back. So thank you very much.